Welcome back to the show where we don't sugarcoat the business side of childcare business. I am your host, Christina Rizakos. Happy that you have found us and our podcast. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss a episode. So today's episode is for every provider who keeps asking, why do I still have open spots when I know in my heart of hearts that there are families out there looking for childcare? Spoiler alert, your problem isn't capacity, it's positioning. And if that word makes you pause, good. Let's break it down. So you've got room, your staff is trained, your ratios are solid, your tuition is competitive, your space is clean and inviting. But families still aren't enrolling, or even worse, they're ghosting you after asking for information. It's confusing, it's frustrating, and honestly, it's disheartening as well. And you're probably thinking to yourself, what else do they want? Why can't they see how great this program is? Here's the thing, my friend. They don't know what makes you different. To them, you're just another daycare. One more option. They're not seeing your unique value clearly enough to choose you. So this is where positioning comes in. Positioning is the answer to this question. Why should I choose you over every other program in my area? This is something that I talk about a lot with private members, with clients inside our agency, with members inside our school community, because this is where you begin with your marketing. This is the foundational part. Being able to answer this question, why should a local family choose my program, my center, my preschool over the other programs in the area? It's not just about the services that you offer, though. It's about how you frame your value in a way that resonates deeply with parents you want to attract. So if you're not clear on what sets you apart, or if your marketing doesn't express that, families can't make that decision to choose you confidently, right? So here's the hard truth. If you don't define your brand, the market will do it for you. And usually they get it wrong because they just don't know how amazing you are. So let me give you a real example. I was working with a client. She had a home daycare in California, and she was having a really hard time getting spots filled. And she knew that her program was amazing inside because parents that were in her program would tell her so. Past clients would also rave, amazing reviews about her program. She had a beautiful home, a lot of light, a beautiful yard. But the problem is that she was advertising in a very, very blah kind of way. So preschool opening now. Come join our home daycare. See how fun it is. Like those types of posts, okay? So when we took over, I did a deep dive into her offer, like what her program was about, the mission, the philosophy behind it. And we quickly discovered that she wasn't offering what everybody else was offering in her community. First of all, she was a bilingual Montessori program. She specialized in offering care to younger children. She had just renovated her entire yard and spent a lot of money on making sure that it was beautiful, safe, inviting, because they spent most of their days outdoors, which is amazing. She had a nutritionist prepare the menu. Her food, the food that she was serving, was completely organic. She had professionals come in once or twice a week, do science activities and dance with the children. This was like an extracurricular activity that she had incorporated in her program. I hope you get it. She was offering a lot of amazing things that were nowhere to be found on her website or even every time she posted on her social media. So we took all this and we repositioned her brand around this identity, right? So we said things like the only bilingual Montessori program specializing in children ages, 1 to 3. Brandly renovated backyard, homemade meals that have been approved by a child nutritionist, things like that. And guess what happened? She started attracting the right families, parents who are actively looking for bilingual enrichment for their toddlers, and that were willing to pay a bit more to get it, quite honestly. So really nothing changed in her classroom, nothing changed in her backyard, nothing changed in her programming. It was just that shift The only shift was how she positioned her offer, right? So every time she posted on her website, when she recorded a video, and that's what made the difference in her business, okay? It wasn't just another daycare. She was exactly what I've been looking for. She was in that category. So if your enrollment is low, but your capacity is ready, stop tweaking the rates or hoping more ads will solve it. You have to first clarify your positioning. I want you to ask yourself, what specific outcome do we help families achieve? What makes our approach different from others nearby? How can we express that in our posts, our content, our tours, and our website? And if you need help doing that, you're not alone. Inside our school community, I have an entire branding course on how to really pinpoint what makes you different and how to position that in your marketing. I can also offer another plan where we can work together, you and I, one-on-one, and I'll actually come up with your new positioning and your offers and really help you sprinkle that all over your platforms in 30 days. I will put some links in the show notes. Make sure you click on those to see which one is the best fit for you and your budget. Other than that, I hope that this episode blesses you and your business, and I will see you guys again real soon. Bye for now.